Hey guys, it's your girl Raven, also known as the Watered Rose, and y'all know how this goes. I got something to say, okay? Period. So your girl is this back with another one, okay? So today is definitely fitting to be a kingdom spouse word. I don't really like saying kingdom spouse. I like saying God ordained or it's kingdom. If it's kingdom, it's kingdom, but still. But yes, this is a kingdom spouse word, God ordained partner kind of word. All right. And it's kind of funny. So, get your popcorn, get your chips. I don't know how long this is going to be. Get your drink, whatever, be ready to laugh, all that, because it's popping. You're going to love it. Period. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm not about to be trying to pause. So, the title of today's word is cooing doves. Okay? Cooing doves. And, hold up. I got to remember the date that I received this. 1 second. Okay, so it was September 6th, 2023 at 2:42 in the afternoon. God revealed this word to me, okay? So, I forgot what was happening when I received this word. I probably was looking at some romantic movie because that's really all I've been watching. And I feel like God has just been leading me to watch those kind of movies so that he can give me messages through them. Because I have received a lot. It's a lot more coming, y'all. So, y'all, get ready, okay? Get ready. Okay, so let's get into it. So the name of this, once again, is Cooing Doves, okay? And like the secondary title is A Soft Murmur to Love, okay? Cooing Doves, a soft murmur to love. Ooh, that rhyme. Okay, anyway. See, I didn't even know. Okay, so right into it. Murmur means a soft or indistinct sound made by a person or group of people speaking quietly or at a distance. Okay? Or to say something in a low, soft, or indistinct voice. Okay? And a cooing dove is a mourning dove whose coos are a way to attract a mate. Okay? It says, or to defend their favorite perching branch or communicate with other mourning doves. And a perching branch, it just means a place for a bird to rest upon. Okay? So when a mourning dove visits, it sends a message of love and hope and peace, okay? When a cooing dove coos, okay? It is very soft and distinctive and calming and comforting and peaceful. And coo means of a person to speak in a soft, gentle voice, okay? I'm going to go over all of this, y'all. Don't worry. So it says, when a dove wants to show affection, it cuddles on the branches and gives their, hold on. When a dove wants to show affection, I believe it cuddles on the branches and it gives their mate rapid, light pecks around the neck and the head while slightly shaking their wings. Okay. So let me go over that real quick. So what God is saying is that your person is sending a signal like a cooing dove, okay? Your person is sending a soft murmur of love to you through the spirit, okay? And so your person has a very distinct voice that even from a distance, like you would know who they are, okay? And what God is trying to say is that your person, hold on. Hey y'all, anyway, so it's always got to be somebody trying to disrupt something. Like, bruh, bye, go ahead, you see me doing something. Anyway, your partner is trying to send a message of love to you through the spiritual realm, through their prayers, through everything. Like, they're more than likely like talking to God. And like, if you're separated from this person, or it may not even be that you're like separated, it can also just be that, you know, you guys are, you know, if you're not married yet, of course you're not living together or anything like that. So it's kind of like, you know, you guys miss each other and you guys cannot really be together as much as you want to, you know. Some people's situations might be complicated. Y'all can't, like I said, y'all can't see each other as much as y'all want, or be in the same place, or you know what I'm saying? Y'all might not have been able to spend a lot of personal time together as of lately. So what God is saying through this message is that your person is sending their coos your way. These soft, low tones of a murmur to remind you of their love for you. And this is their way of communicating, okay? And it's like they're trying to like kind of attract you to them spiritually. Like, you know, you ever been away from a person, but you can still like feel them spiritually like all the time. And it's like you don't have to personally talk to them, but you can feel them all the time. So that's really what this is. You know, it's like that soft whisper in the wind, like, baby, I miss you. Can you hear me? Like, it's one of those, my heart is calling. I miss you. Okay, y'all, don't pay me no mind. But that's basically how they feeling right now, okay? So, so this is also to speak on like your person's personality in a sense. Like they're very, they're very soft, and they, like their presence makes you feel very like calm, and it's very comforting, and it's very peaceful. So that's another reason why while they're away from you, you know what I'm saying? Like you can hear, like it's almost like you can hear their voice, you can feel them. And again, this is their signal of a soft murmur of love to you. Okay. So your person is just wanting some time. Like your person wants some quality time. That your person wants some alone time, okay? Because the part where it says about the like perching, hold on, I think it was the perching branch or something like that. Oh no, the fact of the way the dove wants to show affection, okay? It's like talking about giving those rapid like pecks around the neck and the head while shaking their wings. Like basically like when they're in contact with you and y'all spending that alone time together, and you know, y'all hugging or cuddled up and, you know, watching, you know, Netflix and chilling, whatever y'all doing, like y'all make them feel like basically like butterflies in their stomach, or just this sense of just like, I don't know, these tingling feelings or whatever the case may be. If y'all hear something weird, I think it's a baby screaming. Sorry about that. It always got to be something. But anyway, yeah, so, I mean, your person just wants to be loving and affectionate with you. and they want to be comforted. Oh my God, get your words together, girl. Okay, they want to be comforted, okay? They want to feel your comfort because, our mates, and us, we are probably going through things, and for the most part, I really want to feel like this is the male sending the signal out to the woman, because it says that, it says it's a way to attract a mate, but I kind of feel, once again, like one of my previous messages about the phone is ringing, like these males, they're sending out signals, okay? They're sending out a little wink, wink, okay, wink, wink, because they are feeling some type of way. Some of our men, so I guess this is for my ladies, but the men can listen too, because it's both ways. But our men are just going through things. Like the enemy is attacking heavy once again, because he doesn't want these unions to come together. And, he is just so, he doesn't want us to have our covering. And, he trying to stop stuff, trying to steal our joy, all this other stuff. But, our men, ladies, like they need our touch. They need our presence. They need our comfort right now. And I know we feeling it too. Like we really want to be connected to them on whole other levels. But, it's some things that, gotta stay real, like, I don't even know how to put it, PG, until that time come. Where you can, like, when you married and the other things can happen. Okay. Oh Lord, this message might be a little spicy. But yes, your person is missing you. They're sending their signals to you like a cooing dove. Okay. All right. So hold on. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. So anyway, we're going to get right into it. So when God gave me this word, I believe it was 11:11, or, as I was writing this word down just about the cooing doves in itself and finding the definitions, and everything, I saw 11:11. So anyway, however, 11:11 in Strong's Concordance in Greek means to mutter, to murmur, whisper, or grumble, or generally of smoldering discontent, or to say anything in a low tone. So see, God had already confirmed it just like that, because I was like, God, cooing doves, what? And you know what I'm saying? He gave me a soft murmur to love, a soft murmur to love. Okay, so that definitely confirms it. Okay, so smoldering means burning slowly with smoke but no flame, silently angry or contain rage, just like a fire that doesn't go out completely. This word is used for emotions that also refuse to die out. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this means that somebody is harboring some unforgiveness or holding on to old wounds and needs to let them out. Okay, so basically what God is saying is this can go for many people's situations. Okay, this could be you're married and you have been separated, or you've just been in a long term relationship and there has been some separations. And even for people who have newly come together, I wouldn't really call it a separation, but it can very well be hold up, stuff all messing up, sorry y'all, but it can very well be just that miscommunication thing, like with the last word I just did about miscommunication. the phone is ringing and the enemy trying to play real hard on, these unions coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like, the enemy is big on division and God is big on unity. And the enemy is trying to come in like a flood and cause all these misunderstandings and cause all this stuff to keep happening separately. That's the enemy's biggest tactic. Let me get y'all separate so I can, cause some confusion, or I can, mess with you on this end and mess with you on that end, and just whatever, and just tearing families and households apart, or whatever the case may be. So with this case, somebody is burning, like, some of us, some of y'all, is burning, on the inside. This flame is burning on the inside, and it is, you're containing it and you're not letting it go. And what God wants you to do is to let it go. Okay. He doesn't want you to let it go in a sense of, like, it bubbling up and you blurting it out to your partner. No, he wants you to give it to him and lay it at his feet and cast all your anxieties and cares upon him, because he affectionately cares for you and he wants to take care of your burdens. And a lot of these things, are bubbling up from just past mistakes that y'all have just held on to. Okay, I mean, like, y'all keeping record of wrong. Ooh, y'all keeping record of wrong, and that is not love. Okay, love does not keep no record of wrong. Okay. So, and that's in 1 Corinthians 13. So God wants us to let that go, because it doesn't matter if it's the smallest amount of unforgiveness, and it's not even just about unforgiveness. It's about pride also. He wants you to let that go, because no matter how long or short the situation has been, it's little mishaps and things that is going on that God don't want us holding on to stuff. God's word says about, like, taking offenses and just turning the other cheek, because it's not worth holding on to. It's not worth holding all of that on the inside, because then it'll create malice and spite and you know what I'm saying, regret and resentment. And that is not something that you want. Hold on. Okay, yeah, so for some people's situations, it's like, it's not even really like separation for real. It's like, especially with the more new, connections, you know what I'm saying? Some of that is really just being scared and being fearful, and God does not give us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Okay. He wants us to have a sound mind. We should not be, pondering on the things that we fear. Okay. We should be, asking God for ways to overcome those things that we fear. And, we should not think that the things that we fear will come to pass. So we really need to lay these things at God's feet, because because sometimes the things that we think in our mind, you know what I'm saying? Not to say it'll show up, but sometimes those things really do show up. The more we keep thinking about it, the more we keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, just letting it stir up something that's not even there. It's almost like eventually that thing will really actually end up being it if we don't stop thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the scary part of our thoughts, because sometimes our thoughts can become our reality if we don't check it. Okay. So I just want to tell y'all, this is how strategic God is, right? So with this being said about the smoldering and stuff like that, and holding on to the unforgiveness and that burning flame on the inside, right? So while I was in the bathroom on this day, blow drying my hair, and I had the blow dryer on high. And so what I did was I set the blow dryer down on the sink, but my blow dryer has a retractable cord. So what had happened was the blow from the blow dryer was so, like, you know what I'm saying, forceful, that it made my blow dryer cord retract back, and it fell on the floor. So I tried to pick it up. When I picked it up, I just saw a freaking net or something. But anyway, when I picked it up, This flame was on the inside of the blow dryer to the point you can see it swirling to the top, where I thought it was going to blow out like fire. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. I was about to throw it in the sink. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, how do I stop this? No. Like, and I just unplugged it, and I was like, and then it started to dim out. Y'all don't understand. That day scared me. And I saw this like smoke and like little burnt stuff just floating from the blow dry. Y'all, I was like, God, you just saved my life. Because that could have been a whole nother way, right? But just think about it, right? Okay. So what God is saying, that the impact of some of this pain and hurt from y'all past is causing for this flame to build up so bad to the point where it's about to burst out. And God said, if you unplug and let go from that thing, okay, it is literally going to bring harm to you if you do not let it go. God is not saying call and cuss nobody out. God is not saying give everybody everything you got to say on your mind. No, that's not what God is saying. God is saying, listen, give it to me so you don't say the wrong thing and then you delay this situation even more, or bring hindrance to the situation and your separation be even longer, because you can do that. God could have been like, I'm going to bring this person to you tomorrow, or I'm going to make sure, okay, there's no more inconsistencies. Boom, 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 boom. But somebody going to say something and going to do something and mess it up. So God is like, He don't want none of that. Okay. And, like I said, also for some of these new loves, it's like y'all getting scared and fearful, because when God is in something, it happens very fast and quickly, and you falling in love with these people quickly, and you just like, hold up, God, wait a minute. Is you show God, hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. My heart. God, my heart. My heart. Are you sure? Okay, you got me. You protected me. You sure? Is this real? Is this love? Okay. Ooh, that's a whole nother message. Let me stop giving my messages away. But anyway, God is saying, let all that fear go. What He ordains is not going to bring the same thing as what you used to. It's not. Okay. So again, just as your person is sending these soft murmurs of love, they also grumbling and smoldering also, and holding on to some things, that both parties probably doing. I don't know, but let go and let God. Okay. Period. So, another way that, people are burning up on the inside, okay, is that I think y'all know what I'm about to say. Control your passion for one another also, because that's why God used this cooing dove thing, because a lot of us is feeling like some type of way. That's all I'm gonna say. We feeling some type of way about our person, and like we are missing certain kind of connection and, again, affection and all that other good stuff. And God is like, plug that passion up, baby. Plug it up or unplug it. Do something, because it's burning. It's like the desire is very strong. The desire that you have for one another, to be intimate with one another, in certain ways, is real. It's it's on fire. Hey, it's burning up. It's on fire. Woo! It's that 50 Cent song. I can't think of the words, but if I think of it, I'll sing it. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm about to tear the roof off, okay? How bad y'all burning up over there. All right. Hold it down. Clink, clink. Okay. So, anyway, so yes, control that passion, that fire, that burn that you have for your person, okay? And passion means to have a strong and barely controllable emotion. Wow. Barely controllable. Okay, this thing is barely controllable. So y'all gotta be real strategic with what y'all doing, where y'all spending time, how y'all spending time, how it's doing. Because listen, if you know that you feel some type of way every time you see your person, you can't keep it together until marriage, then baby girl, baby boy, like listen. Y'all gonna have to always be public, okay? In public, somewhere where you know other people be watching so you can keep it together until it's time for y'all to consummate y'all marriage and all that other stuff, okay? You need to be married first. Go ahead. Let's not make no mistakes, all right? I know some of us already got kids and all that other stuff, but God is like, listen, let's do this right. Let's not give the enemy no room to play, okay? Period. Okay, and in the Bible it says in 1 Corinthians 7 and 9 NIV it says, but if they cannot control themselves, they should marry, for it is better to marry than to burn with passion or with sexual desire. So God would rather for you to be married than to just be sitting out here like, well, I'm feeling some type of way, so I'm just going to do this and do this. No, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up, especially for people who just met somebody new. Keep your boundaries, keep your standards, and no matter how pushy they are, like, no, okay? Keep your house off limits, okay? Keep their house off limits if that's what it takes, especially if it's a new type of love, okay? Some people's situations is different. Y'all might have to live together, whatever, but regardless, keep yourself to yourself, period, okay? But yes, for the most part, like, it's in the Bible, okay? We need to be married than to be in situations, you know what I'm saying, like where we mess up, you know, and fall into sexual immorality or, you know what I'm saying, or fornication or whatever the case may be. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. All right? Period. So get that fire together, whether it's angrily, whether it's, you know, your passion, your affection, you know, for your person, and you need to clink it, okay? Get it together, all right? Period. Okay, so, period. So anyway, so God gave me another number, which is 244 in Strong's Concordance. Hebrew, it means hearing, my hearing or my ear. So what I feel God is saying is something dealing with the hearing, okay, listening, okay. The scripture he gave me was James 1 and 19, the NIV version. It says, my dear brother and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen and slow to speak and slow to become angry. Oh, and there it is. Going back to that smoldering and all right now. Be more willing. So what God is saying is be more willing to listen and control your anger, okay? When it comes to these kingdom connections and these God ordained relationships, okay? These kingdom spouses, as y'all like to say. Okay, God is saying, don't push your spouse away and don't jump to conclusions or make assumptions. You cannot deal with these people the way that you have dealt with them in past circumstances or situations, okay? For some of y'all, they're saying, like, if you already been in a relationship for a very long time, like, God is saying, like, you know, you got to let it go. You can't handle it the way you used to handle it, because if God is sending your person back renewed and just, you know, have been like cleansed and refined and all of that, you can't be looking at them the same. And you can't just be like, oh yeah, you've been gone all this time. I had all this on my mind and I'm going to get all this off and I got to say this and da 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 da. No, you're going to ruin it. That person going to come through the door and walk right back out. So don't do it. And I'm saying that with the seriousness. Don't do it. And I'm rolling my eyes at y'all. Don't do it. Period. So, no. Okay, but anyway, just don't do that, because you're going to push them away. Okay? And, yeah. And also, for the new loves, okay, you don't want to be making it like this person is anybody from your past, okay, or any other situation that you have dealt with, because it's not that, okay? They are not your ex, and they will not cause the same pain, because this is God ordained. God be rhyming. I have this written, but he rhyming right now, okay? Can you say poetry? Snap, snap. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so don't treat them like that, y'all. You gonna have to let go. Like, y'all really gonna have to do some heart checks, like for real, like some real check your heart posture type of stuff. Like, it's like I feel like I'm saying what I said in my last video, like check your heart posture toward God and that person, because if you're giving everything about that person to God because it's God ordained, you're going to have to understand everything that's going on in that situation, in that relationship. Don't make my country come out. Everything in that relationship, okay, you're going to have to take it back to God, period. Okay, that's why it's called God ordained. That's why it's called kingdom. Take it back to the kingdom. Okay, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all else will be added to you. So if you do that, then you ain't gonna have to worry. All right. So none of that chaos, none of that nagging, none of that confusion. Stop all that fussing. Period. Pause. Okay, so as I was saying, God sent this one. It's God ordained. So don't treat it like it's anything, because it's not. Okay. So anyway, God is saying he sent this one. Okay. So let me put it this way. I really think this is a message from God to us women, because what he had me write down is basically like we be getting ourselves in trouble with our mouths. Okay, like we are so emotional that we want to just spew out everything, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where you do not, we want to keep control of that thing. Okay, so God is saying he sent this one. Okay, he said treat him well. That's how I know this is God's message to women. Okay, said treat him well with respect and honor. One thing I do know about men is that they see love in the way that you treat them, like how much respect you give them. Like, they don't see it in the same way that we do. Okay, so the way that you respect this person is going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's going to give them the idea of how much you love them. Now, if you disrespectful, popping off at the mouth, acting all crazy, thinking you can nag, fuss, do all this, they're going to be looking at you like, because there is a order. They're the head. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying we got to accept disrespect and all that other stuff, but they are considered the head and supposed to be the lead and all that of the household. So it's like, hold on. So anyway, people keep being disruptive on purpose, but it's cool, you know. And it's people that really think I care about them, and I don't. Like, I really be like, yo, y'all don't understand where I live at. People be hating on me like a mug, bruh, like for real. And people really be thinking I be caring. I don't care. Baby girl, baby boy, whoever you are. I'm gonna just put it like that. I don't care. Like, nothing people do faze me, bruh. Okay, anyway. Ooh, that's not even a part of the word. But I'm just saying, y'all, it's just every time I'm trying to do something, people be trying to be funny. Anyway, back to the word. So anyway, had to edit in it. God sent this one, okay? Respect them and honor them, okay? God is saying that your person, your man, okay, he deserves a proper love, a deep love, a tender love, and devotion that shows gentleness and kindness. God wants you to show empathy, meaning the ability to understand them. God wants you to have an agape love, showing the love of God. God wants us to have a sacrificial love, a love that is pure and that comes with less suffering, free of any contamination, unpoisonous, and it is compassionate, generous, and nurturing. Meaning, God don't want you nagging your person all the time. Okay? At the end of the day, if Jesus, you know what I'm saying, like died on the cross for our sins, then why do we want to a love that is suffering when Jesus already went through that for us? So we should not have to go through that here on earth with nobody. That means it's not from God if it's like that, because what God sends comes with peace and not confusion and not chaos. So with that being said, a sacrificial love, like in John 3:16, that God gave his only begotten son for us to die on the cross for our sins, that we wouldn't have to suffer. Okay. And in 1 John 4:8, it says, anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. Okay. So if you don't have love, you don't even know God. Jesus, that's deep. Like, woo. You know, that make me think about some past situations. Like, well, these people, the way people was treating me, I'm like, well, these people clearly don't know you, God, because, okay, because 9 times out of 10, the love of God is inside of you, and it shows. So if people act a certain way toward that, then it's clearly that they don't really know God. All right. So, so 1 John 4:19 also says, so we love because God first loved us, which means the love of God, it first changes our hearts in order to make us capable of love. Okay. It is God's example of love that reminds us again and again of our need to love and to love other people. So God is the one that placed, again, like I said, that love inside of us. What we have inside of us comes from God. And we are involved with people who cannot see that and sense that and feel that or identify with that, then they are not from God. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so that's that part. So God gave me another scripture. The main scripture for this message is from Song of Solomon. Okay, about like the cooing doves. So I was like, ooh, God, I already knew when he gave it to me. I was like, Song of Solomon, Song of Solomon. He gave it literally to me. I thought I was hearing wrong. I said, I bet you it's Song of Solomon 2 something. And then he's like, yup, go look. And I'm just reading down and I saw the doves and I was like, yup, I knew it. Sometimes I don't be thinking I be hearing right, bro. And I'll be like, yeah, I need to stop second guessing myself. So anyway, or second guessing what God is trying to really tell me. But yes, so Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verses 8 through 13, the NIV version says, listen, my beloved, look, here he comes, leaping across the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. Look, there he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattice. I don't know if I'm saying that right. My beloved spoke and said to me, arise, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. See, the winter is past. The rains are over and gone. Listen. Flowers appear on the earth. The season of singing has come. The cooing, the way God be working, the cooing of doves is heard in our land. The fig tree forms its early fruit. The blossoming vines spread their fragrance. Arise, come, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. Okay. So basically, this is how your spouse is feeling. This is the male saying this to the female, okay? Oh no, actually, this is the woman saying this to the male, okay? Because the title over these verses says she speaks again. So this is just a way of saying like, okay, yes, the male may be sending out signals and stuff, their soft murmurs of love to, you know what I'm saying, us, but also we are doing that as well. And this is our stance, excuse me, okay? This is our stance, you know, toward them. Like, we ready to take leaps and bounds, okay? We ready to, oh God, cross oceans, you know, swim through rivers, okay? We listen, we want our man. Periods. I mean, I'm not even gonna go through all the words and the meaning. I'm not even gonna do all of that. It sounds like what it sounds like. It is what it is. Like when you read it, you will just understand. Like, okay, in our situations, we are doing hop, skip, jumps to get to our person. We might not be doing it physically, and some of us might be, okay? But in the spiritual realm, you know what I'm saying? This is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like we're leaping across the mountains, all these mountains, all this trouble, all these things that are in the way. Like we ain't playing. Homegirls, we ain't playing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And we watching them just as much as they watching us. Okay. You know, we want our person to come and be with us, okay? And it says this part, the winter has passed and the rains are over and gone. So that's what God, it keeps saying about that smoldering, like that holding on to stuff, like let it go. Winter is gone. Usually winter is like, it's an exciting season for me because I like winter, but you know, for some people, they see it as like a, you know, a not so good kind of season. You feel what I'm saying? And winter doesn't necessarily mean winter and snow, just means sometimes it's just those moments where it just seems dark and dull, you know what I'm saying, and cold, and you know, but God is like those cold moments, those cold times, you know what I'm saying, it's over, okay? So do not dwell on it. It says flowers appear on the earth and the season of singing has come. The cooing of doves is heard in our land. So that's what he's saying. That's us. Okay. All of that stuff from the past is gone. We are blossoming like flowers in this earth. Okay. As God's people, as God's remnant, as God's chosen, as what God has ordained. And, the cooing doves, we are singing, okay? You know, we are being heard in this land. Like there is this huge cry out in the land with these marriages, okay? And it's being heard all over the earth, not just between the little signal and soft murmurs, you know, of love to our partners, but it's being heard throughout the land. That's why you're hearing so much about kingdom marriage, and that's why God got me on this right now. Like all these next messages God got me about to do is like, bruh, I'm like, it's all about marriage, yo, and God is just not playing. Hold on. So yes, you know, it's our season. It says the fig tree forms and its early fruit, the blossoming vines spread their fragrance. Okay, so this is the fruitful season, okay, for these relationships, okay? Yes, we've been through a lot of things in the past, but God said it's time to be fruitful and multiply for real. It's not about making babies. Though God wants that to happen, however, he's talking about like the fruit, you know what I'm saying? You know, of our labor, you know what I'm saying? The fruits are ripe and ready for harvest. It's time for us to go take everything that God has said is for us to take possession of. And the biggest thing includes the promise of marriage, okay? And, you know, I just see fruit as like, how can I put this? It's like just nourishment, okay? You know, we are being fully nourished in this season where we have lacked in many areas of nourishment. Okay, God is saying he is nourishing every dry place, okay, in our lives. Okay, the blossoming vines spread their fragrance. Okay, that's just God's anointing all over the earth, all up and through these relationships. Okay, his fragrance, it's his essence, his presence. Okay, his omnipresence is just everywhere. It is arising now in this earth. Okay, it says, arise, come my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. As I said, like, these are the cooing sounds, these soft murmurs that are being sent out right now. Okay, through I gotta stop holding this like that, it's hurt my finger, but through, you know, these relationships. Okay, so also another thing God is saying, God brought the word come hither to me. So he's saying that your person is feeling this type of way. So come hither is of a person's manner or expression in a flirtatious or sexual inviting way. This just means like, this is how your spouse, get your words together, your spouse feels about you. They feel like you are intriguing, you are enticing to them, you are enticing and alluring. You know, in other words, this is their attraction towards you. It's very powerful. Okay, and they like, come hither, baby, come here. Okay, I ain't gonna say the other part. Almost say so. I was gonna say, let's get it on. But you know what I mean? You know, let's get it popping with this relationship, this marriage. They trying to get it popping. I'm gonna just put it like this. That's true. When it comes to marriage, honey. Let me pause. God also, I had to get off that subject, y'all, because it was getting hot. It was getting hot. So hot in here. What's that song? It's a Nelly song. Oh my God. And I can't even think. How that song? So hot in here. That's all I keep hearing, that hot in here song. I forgot how it go. But anyway, that's so funny that I just said Nelly, because I had saw on Instagram that Nelly and Ashanti is like back together. They deserve each other. They was always for each other. And so that's so cute that God just put that song in my ear. Oh, and that's a good example, God. Thank you. Okay, that's a good example of their relationship. Oh, because he spoke something. They posted something on the Shade Room or something like that on Instagram of him doing this little interview with I think it was Rashida from Love and Hip Hop. I don't really I'll watch all that stuff, but I'm just saying I saw the little interview thing, and he was talking about how it's like they was always destined to be together, but it was just always so much involved. The industry, their careers in the way, everybody in their mouth, and what everybody else got to say was in the way, and it was always this separation between them. But see, the love, when it's that relationship may very well be ordained from God for them to be together. Okay, and when, you know what I'm saying, if God wants something together, it's gonna come together whether people like it or not. Even if it's been this long term of all this, okay, people going separate ways and living their lives in different ways, and then eventually coming back. Like, it's been years that they haven't been involved with each other. However, that's a good example. If God can do it for them, then shoot, love is love, honey. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say that, but love is love. However, you know what I'm saying? When God is involved with it, or like I said, when he sees fit that something's gonna come together, it's gonna come together, and no man will be able to separate it, point blank, period. No matter the hater, it don't matter. It don't matter. Okay, so anyway. Period. So God also gave me the word to hasten. Okay. So basically your person, it might be both sides, us women and the man, that give me 1 second. So anyway, it's always a disruptor. So anyway, God gave me the word hasten. It says to be quick to do something, to move or travel hurriedly, to cause something to happen sooner than it otherwise would. Okay, so what God is saying that these situations are happening quickly, like these men are moving quickly. Okay, engagements and marriages are happening quickly and suddenly. Things are going to go from 0 to 100 real quick. Okay, it is not the average timeline. Okay, it is, it's just different. So get ready and stay prepared, because it's going to happen quicker than you think. Because when it's God's timing, bro, we cannot be off. You got to be on his timing. I'm not saying you're going to miss anything. I don't like to say, oh, you don't be on his time, you'll miss it. But however, you may cause a delay. So you want to be on top of your game. Whatever God's instructions have been, do what you got to do. And I know I'm not the only prophetic voice out here speaking this. I know I'm not, because I've heard other prophecies about this stuff. So it clearly is the time. I think a lot of us have spoke some things before time and thought it was the time, and it wasn't the time, but now it's the time. When I tell you these messages be like everywhere, left and right, I be like, ooh, this must be happening. It's really happening. Oh my goodness. Like, I'll be like, bruh, God is not playing. Okay, so yeah, stay prepared. All right. Okay, y'all. Woo, y'all, I'm telling y'all need to pray for me, because people, young people in this building be trying me. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I was saying like marriage is happening quickly and suddenly. Okay. So anyway, God gave me some song references. I love when God be giving me songs, okay? Because it be so cute. So anyway, let me just get right into this. So all of these songs, I think it's 1, 2, 3 songs are all by Keem or Kim. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I think it's Keem, but it's Kem. So the first song reference for this word, because we know that the title is Cooing Doves, okay? A soft murmur to love, okay? This is a this is, us mates, us partners, us God ordained spouses, us kingdom spouses. Okay, this is like our mating call to our mates. Okay, or whatever. Okay, so anyway, so that's why I had to say that, because this first song is called "Love Calls" by King. I hope I'm saying his name right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, it's Kem. Okay, so it says, there's nowhere to hide when love is calling your name. Okay, so for this song and for each song I'm going to do, God only gave me particular parts, like not the whole thing, right? Okay, so it says, there's nowhere to hide when love is calling your name. From the dark, nowhere to hide, baby. There's nowhere to hide, so let love have its way with your heart. When love calls, love calls, love calls your name. Okay, it says, and it also, God wanted me to highlight, like through parts of the chorus, it says, let love have its way, girl. So this could really be from the male to the female, but you could take it both ways. Anyway, so it says, I'm sitting here thinking about you tonight and how you make me feel. The sweetness of your touch, the softness of your voice. You make me want to be a better man. Okay, so this is the man to the woman. You make me want to be a better man, baby. And I want to thank you for calling me into your life. Whoa, hold up. Into your arms and into your love. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that calling part caught me off because it reflects to the cooing. Okay, so, I can break this down. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so let me break this down. So this is saying like you cannot hide from this love. Love is calling your name. This is the whole point of the cooing, the coo, coo. The love is calling, okay? It's calling us out of, his love for you, okay? This is the male's love for the woman. His love is calling you from the dark, okay? He can no longer hide his love for you, okay? They may have been trying to keep their feelings and the way they feel about you hidden, but it can no longer be hidden, okay? So, there's no way to hide from it, okay? Point blank, period. Okay, so it says, so it's just time to let love have its way. Like he wants to have, okay, so your person is like it's like, let's just let me love you, period. And it's so funny because this is reflecting back to my video I just did about the phone is ringing, and I used the song, one of the songs that God brought me to was Let Me Love You by Mario. So this is crazy. Okay, hold up. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so anyway. So yeah, y'all need to listen to that call when your love is calling your name. Okay, listen to that. Cool. That mating call, okay? Because they like, listen, I want you. Like I said in one of my last videos, I like you and I want you. I want you and I like you and I gotta have you. Period. Okay? And ladies, let love have its way. Stop trying to let go of the control, okay? Just let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. And your partner, ladies, he is saying, he's thinking about you. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, he's thinking about you and how you make him feel. Oh my gosh, y'all. Hold on, wait. I'm blushing. Okay. Wait, he's thinking about the sweetness of your touch and the softness of your voice. So like in this message in the beginning, when I described like what the murmur was and all of that, it's very distinct and a very distinct like voice, you know what I'm saying? It's different from any other. Like they can, they know when it's you, you know what I'm saying? They know when your heart is yearning for them, and you can feel when they are yearning for you. And the love is just like no other, you know what I'm saying? Everything about you is special, your touch, your voice, okay? You make this person want to be, ladies, you make your man want to be a better man, okay? He wants to walk upright, okay, before God, and he wants to be right in the sight of God to also be right in your sight, okay? So, he wants to, it says, thank you for calling me into your life, into your arms, and into your love. So it's like, basically, I feel like what God is trying to say from that part is really like our prayers. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for our prayers or our patience or whatever the case may be, ladies, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they wouldn't have had that chance. And they are just thankful really for having a chance with you, because like I said, a lot of these guys have messed up, you know what I'm saying? For those who have been in past relationships or already married, whatever the case may be. And even in new loves, you know what I'm saying, they might be doing stupid stuff, like just being weird, okay? You know what I'm saying? But they just want to thank you and thank us, okay, ladies. Ooh, period, we the best. Okay, so, you know, for accepting, you know what I'm saying? Because God give us options, okay? He give us free will. We ain't got to accept these people, okay? We ain't got to accept these men. We ain't got to care. But the bottom line is, because of our prayer life, because of our spirit, because of our relationship with God, we have allowed them, okay? Because at the end of the day, God sent them, and we have allowed for that connection to take place. We don't have to. So they enjoy the fact that you accept them, you know what I'm saying, that you love them and that you accept them with open arms and, you know, are grateful of the love that you give. Okay, period. So that's that one. Pause. Okay, so yes. Okay, so this is the second song. I'm trying to get through this, y'all. So anyway, so, the next one is I Can't Stop Loving You by, oh my God, if I don't know how to say his name right, Keem. I hope I'm saying it right. Anyway, so, or Kim, I don't even know, y'all. Correct me. I need to go see what is, what's the correct way to say it. Okay, so anyway, so he only wanted me to focus on particular parts. Okay, so the part he gave me, it says, I think about the day. Y'all, I can't with these words sometimes. Okay, I think about the day I met the perfect stranger. I think about us. And I think about the day I got wrapped around your finger. I think about us. Oh, I'm trying to get through this. The sun was shining on you. The Lord was smiling on me, and love was calling us. I had my mind made up. Bro, who I can't stop loving you. I can't help myself, and I can't get over you. Okay. So there's a part in the second verse that says, no matter what I tell myself, baby, never thought I love anyone else. In my weakness, I think about us. And then it goes into the chorus saying, I can't stop loving you. I can't help myself. I can't get over you. No matter what I tell myself, I can't stop loving you, girl. This is from the man to the girl again. Okay. No matter how hard I try, I can't get over you, and I don't know why. Okay, so let me break this down. So anyway, y'all, hold up. Okay, so let me break that down. It says, basically, okay, this really attests to my situation. I can't say too much, but this part right here, this song right here, these parts right here, okay, it really attests to my person. That's all I can say. So basically, like, think about it like this. Like, I could say this one is more of like for a new love, but it can be for either way. Either scenario, already have been married, just long-term relationship, or a new love that has come into someone's life, right? But more on the new love side, I want to say. But anyway, so thinking about the day they met the perfect stranger, okay, so this is hard because it's like I want to tell my story, but I can't tell my story. But basically, this person, like, they met you, they saw you, oh my gosh, and they always think about the first day that they met you and like the encounter that you all had, and how from that very day they were probably madly in love with you. And how they just saw God. When it says the sun was shining on you, they saw God's light on you, and they felt like that was a God wink to them from God for them, because, you know what I'm saying, of how they felt in that moment. They knew it couldn't be nothing other than, you know what I'm saying, God, for that connection to come together the way that it did, you know, with a lot of you all's connections when y'all first met. And this is for, like I said, any party, you know, marriage, already married, long term, or new. Okay. A lot of you all felt these fireworks and these sparks and these things that were just different from any other circumstance, that you was like, this cannot be nobody but God, because what? Okay, so it's just one of those situations, and and your person is saying, like, love has called us, like it's our time, like, and they're saying they have their mind made up about you. Ain't nothing changing their mind. They know it's you. They want to be with you. Listen, okay, and can't nothing stop it. Okay, I feel like they will reject anything that is not you. Of course, you're gonna have a whole bunch of tools. I'm not gonna say the word, but tools, okay, and Jezebels, okay, and nasties and promiscuous women trying to throw themselves at your person, at your man, okay, really, because this is really happening in real life. Bro, I can't even say much. But yo, like, they don't care about that. They cannot stop loving you. They will never stop loving you. They can't help themselves, because the love that's in them, like, they don't even know where it came from. They still trying to understand it, and they can't get over it, okay? No matter how much they try to talk themselves out of it, you know, it just wouldn't matter. Like, they never thought that they would find somebody like you, ladies. They never thought that they would find somebody like you or run into someone like you. It's very rare. This is one of a kind, okay? So it's like, they like, I ain't tripping off nothing, okay? So, and they say, it's saying, in my weakness, I think about us, meaning like when they're down, when they're going through, okay, that light go ding, 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 ding every time they think about you, okay? It just brightens up their day, you know what I'm saying? It changes their mood, okay? And they just can't stop loving you, period. They will never get over you. It doesn't matter how hard they try, it can't happen, all right? Period. So that's that part. Okay, last song, y'all. Whoo, y'all don't be understand. Y'all don't understand. This work is not for the weak, because yo, we gonna hit dry mouth, lips be getting dry, thirsty, hungry, all kinds of everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it be hard, like, trying to look at this light and trying to, bruh, I'm telling you, it be hard getting through this sometimes, and devices be trying to act up and stuff, and people be disrupting and interrupting. It just, yo, who doing this for the Lord is not easy. But when God prompts your spirit to do something, it's like you have got to do it. So, whoo, this work is not for the weak. Okay, let me get to the point. Okay, so the last one. Okay, so we had Love Calls, I Can't Stop Loving You. And the last one's by the same artist. It's either Kim or Kim or whatever, okay? K-E-M. I'm going to just call him K-E-M. Okay, sorry, y'all, if my country is coming out. Listen, I got family from North Carolina. I got family from Georgia. I got family from Jersey. And I got all kinds of different accents. And I just sometimes be talking all kinds of country. And I just, yo, it's crazy. It be, man. Okay, so anyway. Woo! Country with a little bit of hood. Okay, so anyway, let me get to this. So, Share My Life. It says, it makes any difference. I still love you, girl. You're my weakness. You changed my world. Share my life. Trust in me. You're all I want. You're everything I need. Ooh, baby. It makes a difference. It makes any difference. I give you all my heart. Girl, my sun sets anywhere you are. Maybe I'm a dreamer. You're still my queen. Your love's like a river, girl. It's running right through me. Okay, share my life. Hey girl, okay, you can trust in me. I want to sing it so bad. I'm trying not to. You're all I want. You're everything I need. You're my dream and my joy. My heart belongs to you, girl. So I sat down one day and I wrote this song because I need you in my world. And there's a part where it says the chorus, and then there's a part like at the end where it says, listen, listen, listen. I want you right here in my world, here in my life, here in my soul. I want the world to know that I need you. Baby, I believe you. Girl, I'll never deceive you. Okay, God wanted me to just put those particular parts, not the entire song, because that's not the entire thing, I don't think. But, whew, okay. Okay, so let me break this down for y'all. Okay. Okay, so so basically what they saying is they still love you. Okay. You are their weakness. All these songs kind of say the same thing. But anyway, you are their weakness. Like, how do I even explain that? Like, they are weak for you. Like, every time they see you, they just like, they get weak at ease. Okay. Like SWV. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control and something takes over me. Okay. Anyway, voice ain't right now. So yeah, so they get weak in the knees for you. You have changed their entire world. They want to share their life with you. They want you to trust them. You are all they want. You're everything they need. You know, they want to give you all their heart. The sun sets and rises wherever you are. Like, they want to be everywhere you are, okay? If they could be with you every day, all day, every minute, every second, they probably would. Okay? So it says, maybe I'm a dreamer. You're still my queen. Your love's like a river, girl. It's running right through me. So your love for them is in their veins. It pulses in their veins. Like, it's not going anywhere. Like, after like this connection is just so God sent to the point where it's like it can never run dry. You feel what I'm saying? No matter how rough or tough it may get. Okay, that love is still always going to be that running river of love, running on forever. Okay, and this is basically the man saying, like, you're my queen. You know what I'm saying? You're my everything. You know what I'm saying? He's your king, you know, and we're their queen. Okay, period. Okay, and also I feel like that running right through me, like your love like a river. Like, I feel like, again, like that's God's love. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, because God's love is in you. So it's like, ooh, that's making me feel real warm right now. Because God's love is in you. Okay. So it's like they can feel that. Like, even when they a distance from you, they just, you know, y'all know how you get the chills and the goosebumps, and you just get this, like, you can literally feel it. Like, it literally feels like a river of like something flowing through your body when you think of this person, and when they think of you, you just get that feeling just running through through your veins. Okay, and it's real warm, I can tell you that, because trust me, I felt that, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so bottom line, they want to share their life with you. They want you to know that you can trust them. You're all they need. You're everything they've ever dreamt of. Okay. You know, they may have come into a lot of contact with a lot of people that may have been very great people, and they may have been in some good relationships that were good, but they weren't God's. Okay, it wasn't God's choice, so it's not going to ever be as best as you are and what you are. Okay, it can never compare to that. You bring them so much joy. They are these men, they want to say that their hearts belong to us. Like, it's destined to be that way. And when it's like, again, when God ordains it, Nobody can take that away, because it's like God is literally said, like, here, this, you have it and this is yours. And you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's nothing nobody can do about it. You know, we can try to sabotage all day long, but we don't really want to do that, because you know, you don't want to miss no blessings. But however, it's like you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I just got this right. But anyway, but yes, can't nobody else have their heart, period. Put it like that. So, and the part he said, I sat down one day and wrote this song because I need you in my world. So for some people, they really did write something for you. And I can tell you, I wrote a song for my person, because y'all know I'm a singer. I definitely wrote a song for mine. Okay, so anyway, and they probably did really write a song for you. And you know, you're their world, you're their everything. They want you in their world, ain't no doubt about it. Okay, then the next part is, you know, I want you right here in my world, here in my life, here in my soul. I want you in my world, to know that I need you. I believe you. I'll never deceive you. So they're basically letting you know, like, they're here, like you are in their very soul. Okay, your souls are connected. It is your soul mate. Okay, this is who God has ordained and predestined for you to be with before you was even in your mother's womb. That's why it's hard for this thing to be severed at all, no matter how many separations and irritations and all them other Asians. Okay, so you know, and they want you to know basically that they would never lie to you. This is not no deceptive situation, no manipulation, no lies, no confusion, none of that. So, okay, they want to share their life with you. Okay, boom. Okay, y'all, so guess what? It is 10:10. Okay, it is 10:10 at night. Y'all know what 10:10 means. 10:10 means divine order. I need to look that up. And you know, when I think, every time I see 10:10, I'm sorry, y'all. I know all of y'all know this 90s song by Genuine. Every time I see 10:10, I want to say, it's 10:10. Where you been? Did you get my message? So look, that could be a part of this word. I don't even know. Take what you want to take from it, but yo, like, that's what it really truly reminds me of every time I see 10:10, bro. Okay, y'all. So I think that's the end of the word. So, okay, listening to all of those songs, all right. But anyway, so you cooing doves, okay. Your person is sending you a soft murmur to love, and listen out for it. And remember all the advice and all the things that I said. If you got to rewind it, take it back, whatever you got to do, pause it, write it down, take heed to everything. But that's the end. There's really no more words to say. I wish everybody well on their kingdom spouse journey, and I'll be back with more at another time. All right. Peace out. Love ya. Mwah.